Myron Gaines, the alpha male, 6 figures a month entrepreneur lifestyle, talks to his Christian person on campus, saying that he's not really a religious person. Let's catch the contradictory in his statement.
So not Muslim, not Christian, not Jewish.
I grew up in a Muslim household, but I'm
Okay.
not religious.
Okay. I was more like just curious as to why.
Well, I mean, something that I definitely want to, become closer to. I do think that religion is very important. I do think that it answers a lot of problems in modernity. I've just never been that religious myself, but I do have a great deal of respect for all the, all the three religions of the book.
I want you guys to notice he doesn't really answer the question of why he's not religious. He could have been like, I simply don't believe in him. Or he could have just been like, it doesn't make sense rationally, as most people would say when they don't believe in God. But instead, he tries to play this kind of like neutral role and tries to pivot off of him, saying he grew up in a religious household, but that's not religious, yet he believes that religion solves a lot of problems. How can that be true? Saying that you're not really religious, but do you believe that it solves a lot of problems and you have respect for all these people? You know in your heart that you do not believe in God. Only a fool, as described in the Psalms, does not believe in God. So in Myron's heart, it's hardened. He doesn't have the ears to hear nor the eyes to see. Instead, believes in the man-made philosophies that believes that it's going to help him in his life and help other men bring up and enrich their lives. Colossians chapter 2, verses 20 to 23. If you have died with Christ to the elementary principles of the world, why, as if you were living in the world, do you submit yourself to decrees? Do not handle, nor taste, nor touch, which deal with everything destined to perish with youth, which are in accordance with the commands and teachings of men, which are matters having to be sure a word of wisdom in self-made religion and self-abasement and severe treatment of the body, but are no value against the fleshly indulgence. Like Myron's foundation that he's built up, this whole platform that he has, this whole alpha male mentality, why women deserve less, that you have to have 6 figures a month. And his whole foundation is built on this weak sand that is destined to perish. All the money that he has and all the women that he slept with is empty. These worldly, fable, philosophical, man-made doctrines, these false religions that don't show you the true path, like Jesus Christ, as he claims that he is the way, the truth, and the life. You can see that Myron has no moral consistency with his life. And the next clip, he explains why women deserve less.
Deserve less, right? And this is my book, by the way, where I talk about this. It's only less than 100 pages because women deserve less. But I talk about giving less money, less marriages, less social media time, less attention, etc. Now, when I say that, what I'm saying by that is I need men to be able to put themselves first, get in a position where they're successful in the first place, then to bring a woman in as an accessory and provide for that woman. And
like a real man wouldn't look for that pitch perfect woman, because there's no one in this world that's perfect except for Jesus Christ, obviously. But a real man will find a woman who is chasing that godly life, a life that pursues Christ, not trying to establish everything right now to be pitch perfect, like having all this money and all these houses and allocations, and then you find a good woman. Because then what ends up happening is you're probably going to find a gold digger, a woman who's not in it for you or your character or your morals or your principles, but that's in it for the things that you can provide for her, a transactional relationship. Probably a girl in his life that truly hurt him so bad that he's hold this resentment towards her. Or maybe his mom was so mean to him when he was a child and he always hated her for that. I don't know what it is, but something happened that stemmed deeper in his life, changed his whole perspective of why women deserve less. So now he treats all women like pretty much whores. The way he describes it, they're just accessories. And like they're a pawn for your own amusement or for your own legacy, which is selfish, disingenuous, and not true to the gospel of Christ and how we should really treat women. That's why I love the Bible, because it has all the answers. In 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 7, you husbands in the same way live with your wives in an understanding way. As a weaker vessel, since she is a woman, show her honor as a fellow heir of the grace of life so that your prayers will not be hindered. Yes, women are the weaker vessel. Yes, men, we are called to lead. But that doesn't mean that we should trash or slander our wife or treat her like she's some type of whore. But we should treat her with respect. Treat her with love. Love that rejoices in truth, not in falsehood or iniquity. And you will get all these beautiful, sound doctrine, the actual truth that's laid on a great foundation from Jesus Christ himself. When you follow your own road, you follow your own wisdom, worldly wisdom, you end up living a life that's unfulfilling, that is in bitterness, anger, and resentment, and treated everyone like trash, not loving one another in truth and respect. And that's what Myron doesn't have and doesn't understand, telling you that you need to sleep with multiple women or like a dog returning to his own vomit when he knows that men are weak to lust. I'm tired of this whole beta versus alpha male war, which is truly stupid, honestly. Instead, a real man is disciplined. A real man actually has the humility to have a repentant heart and cry out to God. That's what makes a real man. And Myron doesn't have that. Thank you for watching this video. If you're new in here for the first time, subscribe, comment, push the notification bell. Also, follow all the socials in the link down below in the description. As for that, I'll see you guys in the next one.